One of the businesses that I had started, I did not own the majority of the shares. I had taken money from some friends, and one of my largest investors, my friend, had to back out, and when he backed out, there was a small group of not really friends but acquaintances that had invested as well, and they came in and bought up his shares and putting them into a majority position in the company. And as it grew, I, for whatever reasons, there was creative differences, but I was voted out of the company by this small group, not the group of my friends, but this other group that owned the majority of the shares. And when the gavel came down, I took a week off. I was off. I was voted out of my company. But I took a week and went on a cruise. And on that cruise, I did not want to focus on what had happened. I did not want to focus on where I was going. I wanted to be completely present on that cruise. One of the things I had learned in my career was that when I wanted to create from a space other than what I could think in my head, you might call it divine inspiration, being inspired, I knew that you don't come up with inspiration through your physical mind. You come up with inspiration from a place other than that. And I knew that I wanted to come up with my next new idea. And so I took this cruise, and the best way to do creation without using your head is to turn off your head and to be present in the moment. And so I took this week to be completely present in the moment. And I could tell you every time that buffet opened, I could tell you every time, everything. I basically was present. I would look at the itinerary and choose what I was going to do that day and just stayed present in that cruise. And my intention is that the idea that I wanted to come up with would come to me. And so I let it all go. I let all of what had happened and where I wanted to go in the future, all of my past and my future, I let it all go and stayed completely present in the moment. By the end of that cruise, I had an information bubble, is the best way I can explain it, like encapsulate me, and I had the full concept of where I wanted to go and what I was going to do. And when I went on that cruise, I did not know. And so when I stepped off of that boat, 5.5 weeks later, I was at market with a brand new product line, a whole new brand, new packaging, catalogs, everything. It happened to be candles, and I had 17 new fragrances. I was at market 5.5 weeks later. I was set up in showrooms in all the national markets, like 7 showrooms. I had 50 or 60 sales reps all set up across the country. Full concept to conception in 5.5 weeks. if you've ever started a business before properly, it can take a year's worth of planning. It could take 6 months minimum. I did so in 5.5 weeks. And the only way I did it was because I stayed present and I was able to let go of worrying about the future or regretting the past. I was able to stay present, and I was able to come up with this concept and focus. I am not Superman. I simply was in that time period mastering the process of letting go and staying in the present moment. And the results were absolutely amazing. I can't even believe I did all that I did in 5.5 weeks. And even the product that I created, we won Best New Product at the New York International Gift Fair, which is like the show of all shows in the United States. So, and again, it's not because I'm so super wonderful. It's just because at that moment I was super wonderful about being able to let go and stay in the present moment. So that's just one example of it working, and it does work. Learn to let it go and learn to stay present, and your life will change in ways you cannot imagine. Let it go, let it go, let it go. You've been driving with Jimmy. I'm Jimmy Belasco. Have a wonderful day.